WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, it's 6 o'clock. I'm Will Puckett.
And I'm Madison Pergram.
Thank you for tuning into Mountain News this morning. And Madison, how deep into your closet did you have to dig for a rain jacket?
Pretty far. Actually, I was running around the place like, where's my stuff? Like, I can't find it.
I know, right? We haven't had rain, a noticeable amount of rain in so long. No one knows where anything is. Kelly, let's bring in you in this morning. You're rocking the rain boots.
Sure am.
How long do you have to take to find those?
You know, it did take me a little bit last night, but I did prepare because I knew it was going to rain. So this morning took me not too long, but yesterday, I don't want to admit how long it took because I did have to dig back into my closet. But overall, definitely get the rain gear this morning because it is a pretty soggy one to start. Rainfall could be heavy at times as well, so just keep that in mind on your morning commute. And like we keep saying, just grab that rain gear as you head out the door. We are looking at a little bit of visibility issues, and that pavement is wet this morning, so be very, very careful. Check out the fog situation. We're looking at less than 5 miles of visibility throughout a lot of the region, so just be very, very careful on the roads. Give yourself plenty of extra time to get where you need to go this morning. And those temperatures, we are in the 50s now, but they will continue to fall as we head into the afternoon. I'll have more details on what to expect throughout the day here in just a little bit, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Well, a new approach to learning is introduced in one Floyd County school. A sensory hallway is allowing students at Betsy Lane Elementary School to be hands-on and to get outside the classroom, mixing fun and learning. From hopscotch, leapfrog, catching butterflies, and stomping on bugs. Floyd County Superintendent Danny Adkins said the school has already had positive responses about the hallway.
With this sensory hall, that's one of the things we've been able to do is to give them a little opportunity to blow off steam, but through that blowing off steam, they're also learning numbers, ABCs, colors.
This is the first sensory hallway in the county, but other schools have already contacted Superintendent Adkins about creating one in their school.
Basketball teams across the state were officially able to begin practice yesterday. But in Martin County, they decided to pay tribute to their former basketball coach who died in April. More than 40 people came out to pay tribute to Coach Tim Rice. Coach Rice was the girls basketball coach at Sheldon Clark High School for close to 5 years, now Martin County High School. Former players, families, and friends held a balloon release to remember the legacy he left. Players will wear bands on their jersey this season that will say, "This season is for you, Coach Rice."
And many in the mountains of Pike and Letcher counties are remembering a football coaching legend. Jack Hall died Sunday.
He's considered an icon, a character larger than life. WYMT's Connor James talked with those that knew him about his legacy.
It's no wonder that veteran coach Jack Hall.
Legends don't plan on becoming legendary. That's how the old quote goes. There's no better example of that than Jack Hall.
And you always knew you was around a man's man when you was around Jack Hall.
They alternate at tailbacks. No two of them are in the football game at the same time.
He was a great football teacher, but he was also one of these coaches that cared about you.
From humble beginnings as just a boy in Fleming Neon, it didn't take Jack long to make his mark.
In Fleming Neon, they have shot some people.
He was a star quarterback for the Pirates through the late 40s and early 50s.
Jack and I have been friends from the first day we met.
Raymond Isaacs is just a couple years younger than Jack. The two were like brothers alongside each other on the gridiron in a time long past.
But I loved him, and I still do.
He was the kind of guy, or the kind of man that could get a 5'0", 100 pound kid and convince him that he could flip over a Coke truck.
It's not hard to see the kind of man Jack Hall was.
He was a superhuman being. I mean, I just can't say enough about him.
Hall was a decorated man. While he played, he won various awards, and not just in football, but baseball. The same goes for his years in college, and even more so as a coach.
Everywhere Jack Hall went, success followed him.
It started at Fleming Neon. He then coached Elkhorn City and Betsy Lane. While at Elkhorn City, he won a state title. But just listen to what Hall was like following that historic win from one of his old players.
You want the truth? He was Coach Hall. You know, was just same person he was when he won it as before he won it.
Hall eventually went back to where it all started, coaching at Fleming Neon until he retired in 1992.
This dirt we're on and this purple and gold was a great part of Coach Jack Hall and the legend. He was a legend that he left for us here at Fleming Neon.
He was there. And that's what a coach is. It's not just somebody that puts W's on the board. But it hurts my soul.
The man just loved football. He never set out to be a legend.
Jack, love you. Beat you at heaven, brother. Thank you.
Yet more than half a century later,
Oh, yes. He'll be missed.
he will forever be remembered as one.
No wonder these Pirates are ruling the high seas of mountain football. I'm Kaywood Lutford.
What a great story and just an interesting bit of information. Hall was known as Side Saddle Jack for his offensive formation, the side saddle T, an old formation dating back to the 20s. We do not have funeral arrangements for Coach Hall at this time.
And Natural Bridge is a step closer to some big improvements. Yesterday, we learned the state park is receiving more than $1 million. The park is scheduled to receive a new lodge roof, wastewater treatment plant upgrades, and renovations to most of its lodge rooms.
One West Virginia tourist attraction is drumming up a big economic boost in Wayne County. Rustic Ravines is a cabin rental resort in Genoa that opened in 2017. Joe Buffo opened Rustic Ravines 27 miles south of Huntington just 2 years ago with cabin rentals and ATV and hiking trails. The latest addition, a half-mile zip line that reaches 150 feet called the Big Zipper.
How many serious accidents have you had on these things?
Zero.
Absolutely none.
Zero? That's good.
We've got some grants coming in that we're going to be working on for a mountain coaster and a bunch of other things, more attractions. The zip line is just the beginning.
Zip lining is pretty lit, as the kids say. Buffo's vision is for this resort to keep growing, turning the remote town of Genoa into a vacation destination. The owner says it's an ideal location because it is near 4 state parks.
And a near disaster avoided by quick thinking as temperatures get colder. People are beginning to turn on their heating units for warmth at night. But one Harlan County homeowner's search for comfort almost left him homeless. WYMT's Will Puckett went down where it all happened to find out more.
A desperate plea for help.
And he told me that his trailer had caught fire and that I needed to call 911.
A quick sprint across the yard saved this trailer from burning to the ground.
You could see it coming out through one of the windows, the living room window, and it was slowly starting to catch fire.
Tuesday, the stench of burned electric remains in the Cumberland air as the homeowner works to clean up the damage done.
A lot of their belongings were salvageable, and there's not a whole lot of, there's some smoke damage and a little bit of water damage to the structure, but as far as the contents of the structure, they still have quite a bit of stuff.
The cause of the fire is believed to be a less than 3-year-old heat pump.
A lot of people, they just think it's a switch, and when they flip that switch, and they've not had it serviced, we recommend having somebody come out, service your unit before you kick on your heat.
Monday night was not the first time this community has seen a fire take one of their homes.
Less than 3 weeks ago, Lonnie's mother's house burnt down, which is across the street from us.
But this time a home saved and repairable, and an unfortunate lesson learned all around. Now, fire officials say to check your unit regardless of age before firing it up. The homeowner praises his brother and neighbor for saving everyone's life.
And one hazard man is preparing for winter by chopping and delivering wood for free. It all started when James Stacy picked up wood chopping as a hobby and an extra way to make money. Seeing that some could not afford to heat their homes, he offered his services for free. He and his friends now deliver more than 900 pounds of wood in a single afternoon.
A lot of people can't afford it. Sometimes people choose between having food or being able to heat their home.
Now, Stacy has made deliveries to Breathitt, Letcher, Leslie, Knott, and Perry counties. He averages 3 to 4 deliveries a day and chops all the wood himself. The wood is donated by surrounding loggers.
Showers are continuing this morning, so grab the umbrella, grab the rain boots and the rain jacket. You're going to need it this morning as you head out the door. You can see here on Pinpoint Doppler pockets of heavier rain. You can see that in the yellows, oranges, and even a little bit of red popping up. That's some heavier rainfall just now starting to move into Breathitt County, so be very, very careful on the roads this morning. We have widespread rainfall, and those temperatures, we are on the relative warm side for now, upper 50s, but we will have those lower 50s on the the way for us this afternoon. Temperature is actually going to fall as we progress throughout the day. 50s expected by the afternoon thanks to winds shifting out of the west, ushering in a little bit of cooler air. Showers will start to end as we head towards the afternoon and evening, and I will let you know what to expect for the rest of this week and heading into the weekend here in just a little bit, guys.
Well, thank you, Kelly, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning.
More news is on the way.
Dust off your record players because it looks like vinyl is making a comeback on the music scene in 2019. We'll have the details straight ahead.